The European Central Bank has been conducting an experiment for nearly a decade now. They've had negative interest rates, and that monetary policy, the whole idea was to constantly ease the environment. They wanted more and more people to be able to borrow cheap capital. On top of that, they wanted to actually incentivize investment and all sorts of monetary velocity in the European economy. Now, of course, as we were in good times, that was a great policy, and they kept the party going. But now that all of a sudden, asset prices are crashing, recession is looming on the horizon, pressure is coming on the European Central Bank. Will they keep their interest rate negative? Or will they actually capitulate and change strategy after almost a decade? Well, the Federal Reserve in the United States, they've gone ahead and started to increase the interest rate. They've done so fairly aggressively. But the ECB, Christine Lagarde, the president, they've been holding out over the last couple of months. They said that we're going to break from the Federal Reserve. We are not going to actually do what they're going to do. We're going to stick to our plan. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as these things usually go, Christine Lagarde and the ECB, they're changing their tune. Just this morning, they've gone ahead and they said that they're actually going to go and they're going to replicate what the Federal Reserve's doing. They're going to increase their interest rate. They're going to bring it back to zero. It's comical that aggressive move from negative interest rates to zero, so controversial. But they went further on and they said that they're actually going to continue to increase interest rates and they'll probably bring them back positive again in Europe over the coming months. This means that the ECB and the Federal Reserve in lockstep are going to continue to increase interest rates. As interest rates goes up, capital becomes more expensive, and asset prices, especially those in growth stocks, tech stocks, or things that count on future cash flow and revenue, those asset prices are likely to come down. And so we are watching central banks push us closer and closer to recession. They're making money more expensive. They're manipulating the interest rates higher. And whether they had a plan to ease or not over the last decade, all of a sudden is getting thrown out the window. The ECB finally has capitulated. That negative interest rate plan, that loose monetary policy, it's all out the door. They now are raising interest rates, and they say that they're committed to making capital cheaper and to getting inflation under control. We'll see how long this lasts, but over the long term, I think they're going to be right back to loose monetary policy faster than they expect.